Welcome to Unleash Your Inner Goldilocks, how to get it just right. Thank you so much for joining us for another hour of both insightful and invigorating conversation. You may wonder, what is Dr. Cass going to talk about today in Goldilocks? Goldilocks is reminding us of the importance of getting everything just right. As a young girl, she knows how to make sure her food is not too hot or too cold. She knows where she's going to sit or where she's going to lay down. Shouldn't be too hard or too soft. The same way we as humans know what it is to live life just right if we just paid attention to everything around us. And joining me in a conversation today is Dr. Gaurang Joshi, all the way from India, Gujarat. Namaste. And
Namaste.
we are going to be talking about the power of an Ayurvedic lifestyle and how an Ayurvedic lifestyle is helping people live life just right so that we can live fully and not get swept up in lifestyle and designer diseases that the manufactured food industry and all of those other elements are creating. So as we get started, Dr. Joshi, talk to us a little bit about what got you into the Ayurvedic practice and how have you seen it impact your own life?
It's very nice question. Welcome all. Thank you, Kasthuri, for inviting me for this nice podcast you are running across the globe. Ayurveda. You know the name of Ayurveda, Ayu and Veda. Ayu means life and Veda means knowledge. So this is the science is giving us the knowledge of how to live healthy life. Healthy life means not physically healthy. There is a definition of health in Ayurveda. You know, there were two main sages of Ayurveda, Acharya Charak and Acharya Susrut. Acharya Charak was a physician. He was taking care of body and mind. And Acharya Susrut was a surgeon. You know, the roots of all this modern surgery, like plastic surgery and cosmetic surgery, they belongs to Ayurveda. I am the third generation in my family, being the Ayurvedic physician, and that fascinating me. And I'm right now proud to be an Ayurvedic physician because I'm serving the people across the globe since 29 years. And I can say not only 29 years, but entire life because I grew in the environment where my father also served lots of patients. So that's also inspired me to join Ayurveda. When I was studying in the 10th class and 12th class, I was sure that I'm going to be a doctor. But there was little bit dilemma in my mind. As I was thinking that I'm going to be a physician of allopathy medicine. So my first goal was to go towards the allopathic medicine. But Lord Dhanvantari, the Lord of Ayurveda, has decided something different for me. And fortunately, I got admission in the Ayurvedic medicine and I started my journey. And personally, I am following Ayurveda in each and every moment of my life. I have very disciplined diet, lifestyle, go to bed, everything fixed. My lunch time is fixed, my dinner time is fixed, go to bed time is fixed. Even I'm waking up in the morning, that is also fixed. So the basic things of Ayurveda is prevention. And I emphasize but the prevention is better than cure. As Ayurveda has two main aims and objectives. Swasthasya swasthya rakshanam. Swasthasya swasthya rakshanam and aturasya vikara prashamanam cha. Means swasthasya means those who is swastha, healthy. Swasthya, his health. Rakshanam means to keep him safe, healthy by all means. So Ayurveda is the only science who is emphasizing for the prevention. And there are many ways Ayurveda has indicating how you can stay healthy. And there is a definition of health that we'll talk later on during this podcast. So first aims and objective of Ayurveda, that is prevention. Swasthasya swasthya rakshanam. How one can stay healthy physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. That's the only science who is talking about, who is emphasizing on the preventive aspect. And the second aim, that is aturasya vikara prashmanamcha, means those who are getting ill, cure them from the root. Here again, curing the disease is aim, but how we are curing? Ayurveda's treatment objective is very fixed. Each and every issue, each and every health issue or disease has positive factors. So the first line of treatment in Ayurveda is Nidana Parivarjanam, means avoid causative factors. That is the first line of treatment in Ayurveda. There are causative factors. For examples, for obesity, what are the causative factors? Sedentary lifestyle, eating at irregular times, eating too much fatty food, eating fast food, junk food, oily. People are eating cheese, butter, right? So these are, and physically people are not that much active. Those who are not active physically, right? There are chances to become obese. So what should be done? If the patient of obesity comes to us, we are not giving them the treatment. First, I will ask few questions to my client or to my patient. I just want to know how is his daily life from wake up to go to bed. That is very important. And during that conversations, I'm trying to find out the causative factors. And I'm confidently finding out the causative factors. And then I'm working on the causative factors. So advising to correct diet, to correct lifestyle, to correct stress management, take proper sleep, go for physical exercise, walking, walking, cycling, jogging, everything, yoga, stress management. For stress management, go for pranayam, meditation, right? And some fasting, langan chikitsa. So that is the main thing. Medicine is last part. Ayurveda always says the medicine is last part. First, treat the causative factors, address the root cause of the disease. So this is very interesting and fascinating factor of Ayurveda, and one should know about this basic principle of Ayurveda, basic fundamentals of Ayurveda. This Ayurveda is not only treating the disease, but all the time treating the causative factors.
I love this introduction as a way of educating our international audience. I grew up in Sri Lanka in a Hindu household where Ayurvedic lifestyle is how we lived our life, right? And understanding the meaning of the word, embracing it. And here I am in the United States, married to an American. And when my husband got diagnosed with cancer, what I did is, yes, we had the surgery to remove the cancer part, but we didn't go through chemo, we didn't go through radiation. I moved to the Caribbean, started growing the kind of food we needed, changing the lifestyle. And in a year and a half, he went into remission with just changing everything and getting ourselves out of that toxic cycle of the United States processed food, even what we think natural food is really not natural. So, having lived through that and having brought my husband 5 years ago into remission, people are amazed. And I'm always trying to help people understand, Mother Nature has blessed us. Let's take
Absolutely.
from Mother Nature and heal ourselves. And I love how you integrated the whole person, right? It's not just the body, it's not just the mind. There is the spirit. So the psychological and the spiritual part is equally important, not just physical
Absolutely.
and mental. Because if the psychological and spiritual part is healed, it takes the mental and physical for that journey. Talk to us a little bit about how we can help the Western world that didn't grow up in our philosophy and the wisdom of our traditional culture. How can they learn about this and truly embrace it for their own wellness? Because there's not enough money in the world to live a healthy life using the Western medical system or the pharmaceuticals that are purely for profits, never ever to truly help cure the person.
So, a very interesting question, Kasturi. Let me tell you one thing. First, I would like to tell you the definition of health. You know what Ayurveda says about health. To remain physically healthy is not only the health. Ayurveda basics is saying there are three vital force in the body that is called Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. There are three main dosha. Then Agni, digestive fire, metabolic power, metabolic fire. Then Dhatu, there are seven micro channels in the body. Sapta Dhatu, it is called seven Dhatus. Rasa, Rakta, Maus, Met, Asti, Majja, and Sukra. And then three waste products: urine, then your stool, and your sweating, right? So there is Acharya Sushrut has mentioned the definition of health that Shama dosa samagnischa sama dhatu malakriya prasanna atmendriya mana swastha iti bhidiyate. So let's understand what is health. Ayurveda always emphasize there everything must be in balance. Sama dosha. Here, sama dosha means all the three doshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, must be in balance. If there is any imbalance, it produces the issue or disease in the body. So, Shama dosha, Samagni, Samagni means your digestive fire. Here, we need to take your metabolic power, metabolic fire. It's very important. In the West, as I know, I'm frequently traveling to USA, around the world also. So I noticed the lifestyle, the diet is almost all the people are having a very poor diet and lifestyle. Particularly, they are not following the exact time of lunch, dinner. According to Indians weather, we have at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, there is sun is on the peak. We have very fixed seasons. But almost even in USA, the season almost in the summer, you are having a very hot weather. So 11 to 12, I think it's very, very warm environment. And when sun is on peak, so we are living with the harmony of the nature. We need to balance the harmony with the nature. So that's what I read. When sun is on peak, your digestive fire is also on peak. Normally, you told me in the first lesson. So I am taking my lunch between 12 to 12:30. Even I have fixed schedule of my patient's appointment, but I ask my staff, don't plan my appointment between 12 to 12:30 p.m. because at that time I'm going to take my lunch. So at that time my digestive fire is on peak, and at that time if I eat the proper food, my digestive system respond me very well and it digests the food properly. If there is any problem with your digestive fire, means your agni, jatragni, it is called jatragni. Jatra means stomach and agni means fire. So when you are getting hungry, you will feel something in your stomach that now I need to eat something. So when you are getting real hungry at the time when sun is on peak, and if you are taking your lunch, it will digest it properly. But most of the time, I noticed in the US, even the non-residential Indian, those who are there, they are also not following these things. They are eating anything, whatever available to them. Like sometimes they are eating sandwich, sometimes pizza, sometimes only raw vegetables, or sometimes leftover food. Maximum people, I noticed in the West, people are eating leftover food. They are on the Saturday, Sunday, they are preparing the food for entire week. And from Monday to Friday, they are eating that food. They are keeping the food in the refrigerator. They are making it out, putting it onto the micro oven, make it warm, and they are eating. That is not the way. When you are preparing the food, you must eat the fresh cooked food. But when you are making it hot again, it loses its property, and it is proved. So leftover food is one of the biggest issue in the Western people. So that is what I'm telling you. So metabolic fire, sama dusha samagnisa samadhatu. Now your fire also balance. Your dhatu must be on the balance. Then malakriya means all the waste products must be eliminated properly at proper time. Now this is the physical things. Doshas in the body, digestive fire or dhatvagni, everything is in the body. Your metabolic waste and some physical waste, they are also a part of body. But the important thing is prasanna atmendriya mana, means your atma, your soul, your mind, your sensory nerves. So they must be in the happy status. Then you will become a real healthy person. So here, body, mind, and soul, physical, mental, spiritual, healthy well-being. That is the real definition of health according to Ayurveda. How many of us are mentally happy? Our soul is all the time happy. We are living a very pleasant state of mind. In the state of mind, all our people are either behind the money, after behind the status, after behind the glory, and they are compromising with their physical, mental, and spiritual wellness. And that is the main point. People are living in lots of stress, eating anything at any time, whatever available to them. That is the main thing. When I'm coming there, I'm organizing lots of workshops with all the people, with Western people, with Indian diaspora, everywhere. And I notice that people, for the wealth, they are compromising with the health. So the health is wealth, but now wealth is dominating and they are losing the health. And this is the main point. The thing is that the people in the West don't know about the food. That is also one of the main, because Ayurveda says food is your medicine. Whatever you eat, it reflects on your body and mind. You know, sattvic food. There are three types of state of mind: sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic. But most of the people are eating tamasic food, and that putting lots of loads on their digestive system, even it imbalance in the digestive system, imbalance in the body, and after all, it's also put loads on your mind, and you are getting depressed or stress or anger or frustrating. So these are the main causative factors. And leftover food, then processed food, ultra processed food. Right now there are lots of new things are coming up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, processed food, ultra processed food. Then People don't know about this carbonated drink. People are drinking Pepsi, Coke, all these cold drinks at any time, taking with the pizza. Pizza means what? It's not a healthy food. It doesn't contain protein, vitamins, mineral, nothing. Still, people are eating. And as per even the research says that when you are eating the pizza, it's take 65 to 70 hours to get out from the body. And what is the benefit? It's only increasing your fat, nothing else.
You bring up a good point, because not only do we have ultra processed food, USDA has approved artificially printed meat. There is
Yes.
artificially printed crabs, 3D printed animal proteins with
Oh,
chemicals. It's
oh.
almost like if you don't grow it, don't eat it.
GM food, genetically modified food. That is
Mhm.
also the problem, because it's also, we can say, it's not a natural food, and that is also the main problem. So even I can say the farmers also, they forget their roots, how to cultivate and how to take a good, I can say, natural organic crops.
Mhm. We no longer have farmers in the United States. We have agricultural corporations, and
Oh,
they grow food for the US market differently from they grow food for the international market. And what is grown for the US market cannot be sold anywhere else. But we as American citizens have no problem. We just don't want to be regulated, so we don't care what we are fed, right? So we have this
yes,
very toxic cycle driving it. Now, when we
yes,
go back to the power of Ayurvedic lifestyle, it's not just the food, it's meditation. It is
yes,
being in your place of peace. It's worshiping.
absolutely.
It's yoga. And yoga is not an exercise, it is an entire state of being for the whole person. It is not like I go on a treadmill, I go for yoga. So, talk to us a little bit about the importance of integrating all of these elements: quiet time, meditation time, walking, reading, right? Singing,
Yes,
dancing, all of
yes,
this is part, and family time,
yes,
having time for
absolutely.
kindness, compassion, service to others.
Yes, yes, absolutely. It is very important part. Spirituality, yoga, mindfulness practice, spending time with your family, everything is important. I am saying what I am doing. My practice hours are fixed. My practice is totally appointment based. I'm not allowing patients, those who are coming, uh, just like a walk-in, they are coming and I'm attending. No, you must have a fixed appointment and come at the right time, and then I will entertain you. Otherwise, I'm not allowing patient just like walking. So my practice time is very fixed. In the evening after 6:30, I'm not taking any appointments, and I'm finished maximum by 7 o'clock. And then I'm finishing my dinner, and then I'm spending my time with my family. I have a daughter, right? So I'm spending some time with my daughter, my wife. We are discussing about some project, something like this, some vacation planning in advance and everything. And then I'm watching television, not but I'm watching only quiz shows, not like any political debate or like that. That's stress building up. So I'm just watching the entertaining things, and 10 to 10:30, I'm going to bed. So the spiritual part, as you told me, now I'm interesting case I want to share with you. I'm treating lots of patients with autoimmune disease, endocrinal disorders. I have few patients of hypothyroidism. Hypothyroidism. It's one of the biggest problem, not only India but everywhere. So I have treated many cases. One interesting case was there here with me. She was a lady. When she came to me, her TSH, that is thyroid stimulating hormone, was almost about 35, very high. She already consulted endocrinologist, and he asked her to start this thyroxine hormone. and he prescribed 150 milligram of Thyronol. And the female, the patient, she was not ready to start this allopathy medicine because it was too high dose. And she was so stressed because her little kid was having some severe medical emergency condition when she came to me. So, as for my protocol, I asked lots of things. I spent time with her, and I came to know she was in stress because of her kids. Then I asked her to do some pranayam, some meditation, and I advised the correction in the diet. I asked everything what she was taking in the lunch, dinner, and I correct some things that you need to do these things, you need to change this, you need to avoid this food, and just focus on your physical, mental well-being. Do some pranayam, some meditation, some yoga. And the lady was also very committed. So she has done everything and she followed it religiously. On the third month, when she came, I asked to go for again for the investigation. Let us see what is the status of your TSH. So I asked her to go for that thyroid function test again. And you will be surprised. On the third month, the TSH was 35, came down to 4 only, below
Wow,
the normal, below the normal marks.
that is
And
amazing.
you will be surprised, after almost she was on my treatment for 6 months, and now she's not taking medicine, any medicine, just following diet, lifestyle, and everything. She came with one more patient after 1.5 years, and she came with the fresh report, and it was TSH was only 2.5.
Wow. So she's learned to maintain it. This is
Yes,
amazing. This is
she is following
amazing.
the diet, the food very religiously. She is not compromising with the stress. She is not compromising with the sleep. Now she is following Ayurveda religiously, and she came with again one thyroid patient, and she came from Pune. I'm in Gujarat, and it is she was in Maharashtra, and she was having the same problem. She was taking 100 milligram Thyronorm, and still her TSH was 10.
Hmm.
Then the same thing I advised to that lady also, that patient also. And after finishing 2 months treatment, her TSH normal level also came down to 3. So this is the power of Ayurveda, the power of the real Ayurvedic principles of diet and lifestyle. You just
Brilliant.
need to correct. You just
Mhm.
need to correct diet and lifestyle. That is the main thing. Your food is medicine. Prevention is better than cure. Nidana
Absolutely. And this
parivartanam.
this has been
Nidana
such a
parivartanam.
yes, this has been such a fantastic conversation, and almost 30 minutes have flown by. So before we get cut off here, I want to make sure you have a moment to share with our audience how they can get a hold of you. And what would be, if you were to give one advice in a single sentence, what can people take with them as they get their day started?
Just follow your diet, lifestyle, stress management. Do yoga, pranayam, and discipline diet and lifestyle, and take proper sleep. Ahar, vihar, and nindra. Your food, your lifestyle, and your sleep. These are the three pillars of staying healthy physically, mentally, and spiritually. Just follow it. And if you have any problem, we are here to help you to correct your diet and lifestyle and stress.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Dr. Joshi. This has been an amazing conversation. I will make sure our audience have access to your LinkedIn profile so that they can use that to get a hold of you. And thank you. Thank you for sharing your wisdom.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
for it.
I'm also very glad. I'm also very glad that the people from around the world and USA will watch this podcast and they will follow Ayurveda, because my main motive is to spread the basic principles and fundamentals of Ayurveda globally, not selling the medicine, but I want to give them the basic sense and objective to stay healthy physically, mentally, and spiritually. That's the only aim, and I am committed for Ayurveda. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this one of the great podcast. Thank you. Namaste, all.